Yo, what's up? You're watching a show about me. 1 man's journey from Milan to Minsk. A strange trip through the galaxy. And a comical tragedy about a man that tried to conquer the world, but ended up losing everything. To all my viewers, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm at a truck stop in, let's see where I'm at. Evanston, Iowa. And it is 7:30, Saturday, December the 15th. So I guess what I want to talk about is rookie driver, first year, upside. So my thing is, I try to look for the silver lining in every great cloud. So I realize you're not gonna have sunny days every day, and you're not gonna be able to give 100% every day. You might not even want to be out on the road every day. That's just my experience in my first year as a driver over the road. To all those people that are not over the road, this probably won't apply to you because you don't have to spend most of your weeks by yourself. You probably get to go home, get to be with family, basically you have a life outside of work. Whereas with OTR, your life and your work, you got 90% work and you get the 10% to sleep, so you get the 10-hour reset. But there's some upside to it. I mean, just for me, from my point of view, I would say as a rookie OTR driver, one of the upsides to being OTR is traveling. Man, you do nothing but travel. I mean, you don't stay in any place very long at all. I mean, you might be in LA one day and you might be in New Jersey in 3 or 4 days. You might be in North Dakota, you might be in Laredo the next 3 days. You might be in Florida, you might be in Washington. So that's a good thing about OTR, is that if you don't like the city you're in, you usually don't have to stay there that long. You can usually get there. You might be there 8 hours at the most, waiting at a shipper or a receiver, or you might be doing a rest break or something like that. But you can just get up and go, man, whenever it's time to go. You just got to get that, got to get that trip planned and make sure you got your interstates, mapped out, and make sure that you know how many hours you have, and if you got enough hours to make the trip. That's one good thing about OTR rookie drivers, is that, and I when I came into it, I didn't have a lot of travel. I wasn't really going anywhere in my life. I was basically on the bus line in my hometown, riding the train, riding the bus, going from my job to my house, from my house to my job. And I got an OTR, man. I could tell you off the top of my head, I've been to beach in Florida, been to some natural caverns in San Marcos, Texas, been to Denver, Colorado, Went around the city. Real nice city. And let's see, what other place have I went to? I went to Oregon. Believe it or not, Oregon is a pretty dope place, man. It's got a lot of different things that are really unique to that area. That northwestern area is really unique. So, man, if you like traveling and you want to get out and see the country, this is the best. One of the benefits of being an OTR driver is just being out and getting to see the country. And you getting paid to do it, you know. So that's another upside to being an OTR driver is you're traveling and you're also getting paid to travel. Now, you're not going to be able to stay long, but you will be able to sightsee, pick up a lot of different souvenirs. You know, if you have family back home, you take home back souvenirs. Went to Vegas a couple times. Vegas is a trip, man. Vegas is a trip. I don't really know if I vibe with Vegas, but you know, some people out there might like casinos, and at every truck stop you go to, there is a casino in Vegas. Also in Oklahoma, there's also a lot of casinos at the truck stops. So yeah. Also, another upside to being an OTR rookie driver is learning your craft, learning a craft or a trade. You might not get paid a lot the first year. I know I'm not getting paid anything. I think the most I've ever made on one check was probably like $8.50. You know, so you know you're not gonna be banking the first year. You just got to be prepared to just kind of struggle and put in your grind. You know, you just got to get up, drive. But with that driving comes confidence, and once you get that confidence, then you're gonna see that, man, you know, you're getting subconsciously you're becoming, you're doing things without having to really think about what you're doing. I mean, which is, you want to think about what you're doing all the time, but you're not at that point of worrying about if you're doing what is right, what's wrong. You know, is the speed limit, is the bridge height, on my tandem set, or you know, or if you drive a reefer, do I got enough fuel in my tank to get down the road, or you know, all these things with being an OTR driver. You know, checking your tires and doing pre-trips and all that. You'll get the rhythm. You'll find a rhythm and a flow, and it'll be to where you like it. You don't just have to do it. You begin to, you know, in your mind, you begin to see why you're doing what you do. Like at first, when you become an OTR driver, you know, you go out with the trainer, and that's stressful. That's so stressful. I ain't gonna lie, I was stressed out that whole month I was with my trainer, because you know, coming from school and just getting on the truck and being away from home and having to live in a small tight space with another person, you know, you're not really comfortable, and you're not really going to be comfortable. And I think it's designed for you not to be comfortable, just for you to be extra alert. But once you pass the training and you get up and you get your truck, you know, you learn that, you know, driving it's for me, it's relaxing. I could drive the whole 10 hour, 11 hours, and you know, I still, like, some days I'll feel like I want to keep going, but I know that it's probably not a good idea for me to keep going because I'm just enjoying the challenge of navigating. I'm enjoying the challenge of meeting deadlines and having to and getting to learn the highways and the interstates, and you know, just seeing different things, and making mental notes about what's going on all the time. So that's another upside to being an OTR rookie driver, is that you get to learn in depth, hands-on, first-hand experience about what it takes to be an 18-wheel driver, you know. So those are two upsides to being an OTR rookie driver, and I I think my last one would be well, I guess I could say that, you know, an OTR driver is it's not a very glamorous job, but it is essential. You know, it's just like school teachers or firemen or you know, all these other blue collar jobs. You know, they don't get any recognition, and they don't really have to. You know, you don't really have to get a lot of recognition. I mean, I'm not a person that really likes to be recognized for what I do. I just like to do what I do. And if you just like working and you like to kind of just, you know, it's a routine. You know, it's kind of a routine. You get in a routine, and it's a thankless job, but you feel a sense of accomplishment. I know I do. This is my first year, so I feel a sense of accomplishment just in the fact that coming from where I came, you know, working dead-end jobs and sleeping on couches and you know, didn't have a goal besides, you know, waking up and playing video games and having something to eat, you know. You just feel a sense of accomplishment, you know, every day. The more you're out on the road, the more in tune with how important it is to have a sense of accomplishment. You know, to finish a trip. You know, whenever you first start, you know, you start a trip. You know, it's kind of like the clock counts down, but when you finish a trip, it's just like, man, you know, I accomplished it. You know, I got there to my destination, one piece, no accidents, no incidents. And you really see that, you know, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know, like, you don't. And I know for me, I'm just speaking from my experience. Some of the trips that I've been on, it just seemed like they went on and on and on, but and it seemed like it would never end. But once I got to my destination, it was just like, you know what, this trip was worth it. You know, at the end of the day, it's worth it. You know, you will kind of take a deep breath and just sigh and gather yourself and get ready for the next trip. So those are just my thoughts on the upsides of rookie OTR drivers. And guys, thank you for sticking with me. And if you like it, please like the video, subscribe if you would like to. No pressure. All right, and I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. See you next time.